London Bridge has fallen down 3 times. Most people know about 2 of them. The 3rd time hasn't happened yet. The first time was fire. 12/12. The bridge burned from both ends simultaneously. A fact that was noted at the time and not explained, because the explanation available to anyone paying attention was not one that fit comfortably into official records. The fire killed an estimated 3,000 people. The bridge was rebuilt. The second time was neglect. By the 1820s, the medieval structure was crumbling. 19 arches where the current design has fewer, the stonework grinding against itself, the whole structure slowing the Thames so severely that the river froze upstream during cold winters. They demolished it stone by stone and replaced it in 1831. The old stones were sold. Most of them ended up as rubble. Some of them ended up elsewhere. The 3rd time hasn't happened yet. The rhyme is a negotiation with something that has lived beneath the bridge since before the bridge existed, since before London existed, since before the Thames had a name, or the land around it had people, or the word river existed in any language. You build over a river, you're building over something's home, something that was there first, something that requires, in exchange for allowing the structure to stand, a price. The fair lady of the rhyme was not a metaphor. Her name was Matilda. She was the wife of a mason who worked on the original construction in the 10th century before the Norman conquest, when the bridge was wood and the river was already old. What she agreed to, what she was offered in exchange, is not recorded anywhere that has survived. What is recorded in a document that predates the Domesday Book and has been kept separately from every official archive since is that she went to the water willingly, that she said something to the water, that the bridge stood, that the bridge needed to keep being told it was allowed to stand. There is a maintenance log kept by the City of London, not publicly accessible, not digitized. A physical ledger, only the current version is a 19th century leather binding, but the entries it transcribes go back much further, passed from one engineer to the next for generations. The handwriting changes, the language updates, the instructions do not. The log describes a schedule, what must be left at the bridge, what must be said, on specific dates at specific times, in specific locations on the bridge. The offerings are not dramatic, they are ordinary things, left in ordinary ways, at ordinary hours. The instructions are specific about this, nothing that would attract attention, nothing that would invite questions. The first engineer to receive the log in the documented line, which begins in 1722, wrote a single journal entry about it. He wrote that he had read the instructions and found them absurd and planned to ignore them. He wrote this on a Thursday. On the following Monday, he wrote that he had changed his mind. He did not explain why. He kept the schedule for 41 years. The engineer who handed it over said only one thing: "Don't miss a date." The American businessman who bought the old bridge in 1968 missed a date. His name was Robert P. McCulloch. He purchased the bridge for $2.5 million, had it dismantled stone by stone. Each stone numbered, each stone cataloged, and shipped to Lake Havasu City, Arizona, where he reassembled it as a tourist attraction. He was proud of it. It was a genuine achievement of logistics. Nobody told him about the log because nobody thought to. The log had passed through the hands of engineers who understood what it was for. McCulloch was not an engineer. He was a businessman. The bridge was a landmark to him, a novelty, a purchase. He missed the first date 31 days after the final stone was set in Arizona. 31 days later, his youngest daughter disappeared from their home. They found her 3 weeks after that, standing at the edge of the Colorado River in the shadow of the reassembled bridge. She was unharmed. She was calm in the way that things are calm when they have been somewhere and come back changed. She was standing very still and looking at the water with an expression her father would spend the rest of his life trying to forget. She said only this: "It knows where the stones are. It's coming to get them back." The schedule has gaps in it now. The log still exists. It passed back to the city of London after McCulloch's death, returned without explanation by someone in his estate who clearly understood more than they had been told. But the years of missed dates are in the record. The gaps are there, permanent. Something in the dark water is counting them. The Thames runs under London Bridge every day. The current flows in the way currents flow. The bridge stands. Tourists cross it. Nobody looks over the railing and thinks about what is below. Something is deciding. It has been deciding for a long time. But the gaps have been accumulating. And patience, even the patience of something that has existed since before there was a name for the river it lives in, has a limit. My fair lady,